Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. Welcome to OMSI 2. I'm here with the Chief Operations Officer of Nexus Networks. So she'll be in the background there, listening in to everything that's going on. Um, Mute your mic. Um, so, uh, we've got 6 minutes till we head off, so we've got a little bit of time. Just a very big thank you to Husky for sending me the mod that enhances, increases the amount of passengers that can get on the bus. Other than that, this would probably been another dead run like the other day. So I've now got the mod installed, and it seems to be working perfectly. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that heat up to temperature. That way they don't complain too much about it being so cold on the bus. Because they will start complaining if it's too cold. I have got the heaters on, but it'll take a while for the bus to steady its temperature. That will lose a lot of heat. It's 6 degrees outside, so it's not as bad as people think. So it's just about steadying the temperatures there and balancing the temperatures out. So we are in the hybrid once again here. The hybrid, not a too bad a bus, to be honest. I quite like it. Nice and quiet. Don't get the bone rattling when you stop. I would like some. I would like to see some electric buses in OMSI, to be honest. Oh, 1 minute. Ah, I forgot to fill it up. I forgot to fill up the bus last night. Last night. We might run out of fuel. We might get there and back, but I think we're going to be pretty much empty. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I might have accidentally forgot to fill up the bus, so you might have to get out and push. Like a glove. Let's just swap screens there as we pull out of Lincoln bus station. So I've been playing OMSI a lot more recently. So not only has my driving improved in real life when I drive buses, it also has improved in here as well. So we shouldn't see too much line issues where my line is completely not right. Obviously, I have my own style of driving, and sometimes it can be a bit weird. But you know, sometimes with Fonzie, just a little bit of drifting here and there does you wonders. You don't miss a line or your turn, you're hitting the curb or anything like that. So you try with Holmesy, you've got to try with this map. There's more rugged potholes than anything else, where the bus might pull to the left and stuff like that. Fortunately, I've still not fixed my brake, so my accelerator when I let it go is my brake, because it's attached to one. So yeah, if if I heavily brake, I've just let go of the accelerator too hard. I am really concerned on the fuel, however. That's going to be in the red by the time we get to Gainsborough. I swear that's going to be in the red. Come on. There we go. Oh, it's going to be tight. I've done it. Not one little hit there. I am surprised. Let me just roll forward a bit for you. There we go. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard Lothian Country. I nearly said county, but Lothian Country buses. Hello, madam. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Very good. Very good. Welcome aboard Lothian Country. Welcome, sir. Alice, how are you? Welcome to the stream. How are we this evening? Been a long time. So, just so everyone's aware, I know that a few people have been asking. Yes, we are going to open up another company. I know that I've had a few messages now about what company we're opening up. Now, yeah, Alice, I hear that I had actually heard that you were a bus driver now. Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah. So we were thinking because a couple of bus companies, because a lot of people like the Opera Solo, ones like the Polygon Studio Renowned. So me and Husky were sitting there thinking, now that's a mix-up. We can either go for Stagecoach, but we've been with Stagecoach, nobody joined it. We could go for National Express, and then nobody. What does that give us? The National Express coach, or we go for First. Now, the problem with going with First, right, is not a lot of people want to drive for First, and to be honest, there is lots of First skins out there. And then we thought, well, in Scotland, pretty much now First is part of McGill's, Glasgow, and that we could mix First with McGill's. And I didn't want to say Alice, but I've known him for a little bit. I didn't want to say, but I did actually know. I think somebody told me like 4 or 5 months ago. Yeah, they're not part of McGill's, but McGill's bought a lot of their buses, so like it's like there's a lot of similarities because McGill's did buy a lot of their routes out and stuff like that. They're operating quite a number of their routes now. I think I might have explained it wrong. They're not part of them. They bought them out. Well, we know this, Alice. We know this. But the thing is like Nexus Network, Nexus Scott RPC is now based on Glasgow. We've now moved it from Edinburgh to Glasgow. We're still operating Lothian Buses because we used to be based in Edinburgh. Then we've moved it to the Glasgow region. So it's places like Glasgow Green, Parkhead, Paisley, Govan. and all of that based on the area geographical map of Glasgow. So we're trying to merge the fact that we're wanting to go to Glasgow, that big up Glasgow. So we're trying to get a bus companies that operate within the Glasgow region to coincide with what we're doing with Nexus Scott RPC. But from when I was talking to Husky, we've sort of decided we're going to keep the Lothian, the Lothian side of the company, because it's one of the best creations that we've made alongside of the 5M. Obviously, we're trying to make it so we're one area. I know, Alice. I know. I've listened to your feedback. That's only taken me like 4 years. But yeah, and obviously since November last year just gone, Nexus Networks, or now called Nexus Group, Nexus Networks Group, that has changed over the last couple of months from November. So from the beginning of November, we then went on to register as a full authorised business at Companies House, and we're now starting to operate as a business, which now means that we're taking things more seriously, we're taking on people's feedback more seriously, we're taking complaints more seriously, and we're doing everything now to protect the business. And to protect the interests of the business, because before that, we were getting hammered by people going, are you talking about Nexus Scott, Alice? Because if you are, ex-members don't need to put an application in anymore. If you've been in the community more than 4 times, you don't need to put an application in anymore. If you're known to the community management, you skip that. Just contact them in the in customer service, Alice. We'll skip it. We know you anyway. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah. So Nexus Networks or Nexus Group Limited, Nexus Group became a business in November, and we were putting it through as we were going to make the biggest change. Like, one of the changes that we've made is we want to start with everyone. Everyone was unbanned. Everyone that we've ever had a problem with through the years, we want to start afresh. We want to run it as a business with their subsidiaries underneath it. So Nexus Scott RPC as an subsidiary of Nexus is powered by Nexus Networks Group. And we basically turned around and said, yes, we've made mistakes, but registering a business means that we now learn from the mistakes harder, because we've then got the business to maintain and the reputation of the business. Before, we weren't thinking about it, and then we were like, it's unfair on members, us being absolute clowns, not knowing what we're doing, and basically not taking feedback on. And then we decided then late October to change Nexus Networks into a fully fledged business at Company's House, where it's non-profitable, so we don't make profit, but we have the main focus on how would the business react if we messed up, and how that would affect the business, and that's what we did. And I think since then we've made clear that Nexus Networks is an organisation, but we're basing that organisation on trust to both the members, the visitors, and also what people want. Nexus Scott is turned into a driven community based on its members. So if the members would want something, then we would look into it. But obviously, we can't buy everything. We can't get everything. That's not possible. Like, we're changing age and fleet as well. Like, I think in total there's maybe about 7 or 8 different British Transport Police vehicles in now. We've got 2 brand new vehicles in Coast Guard. We've got over 100 vehicles in the server, and pretty much every police station has got an interior. Like, it's changed. The attitudes have changed. The management are more straight with the members. Yes, sometimes we get it wrong. Like, we tell the members, if you've got a problem, come to us directly. Tell us you have a problem. Like, and we've changed it. We've now got uniforms able to be spawned in through Discord roles. We've got vehicles that are locked to only certain divisions because members were getting annoyed that other members were either moving their car or driving their car and without the relevant driving tickets. We had members that were coming in not doing the training and couldn't see themselves doing the training. So now we've made it more, you have to do the training in order to pass. The thing is there's a lot of things change, but these are driven by the members. So I put out at the end of last year, I spoke to the whole management team and members and went, I can put the cars on training levels, which means that members can't drive them unless they are given the driving permissions. Overwhelmingly, the members had said, yes, we want this, because it means that they're enforced to do a driving ticket in order to drive the vehicles. So, like, if they're in response, they can drive CPT, but they can't drive traffic, firearms, or dog section, motorbikes, unmarked, or anything like that. If they're in traffic, they can drive all of the above. So they can drive all the traffic cars, all the firearms cars, all of the dog section vehicles. They can drive 999 response and traffic and CPT cars. Also, in additional to that as well, that Nexus Scott has put in an electric car. So for the very first time, we put in an electric car. Total trial, ID4. What happened? That hit off like a rocket. The members absolutely loved the electric cars because they could sneak up on scenes of incidents like there was no tomorrow. Turn around the corner and there's an electric AAA car coming around the corner. That hit off very, very well. We've now increased that to 7 vehicles that are fully electric in the server. So you've got 1 in British Transport Police. You've got, I think the British Transport Police is the Care. I think it's the EV6. You've got Vauxhall van, cell van for Police Scotland, fully electric. You've got two BMW i3s, one for police, one for ambulance. You've got a 2022 Ford Cougar that is electric, and there's some other vehicles, the bits and bobs in Police Scotland, and obviously the ID4. So yeah, just with that, the members just last week actually said to me that they would like to see all the vehicles, every single vehicle in the fleet made electric. And obviously from that there is a consideration, but we are still going to keep the fuel. Do not worry, the diesels are staying and the petrols are staying. They just want me to add the same vehicles again, but have them electrified, where you only need to fill up once, just to stop the pinging, just enough to stop the low fuel warnings, because unfortunately the script doesn't allow it to be fueled. So even if you fix it or repair it, it doesn't work. That's what they've asked me to do. They want me to make all the vehicles electric, as well as having the normal fuel versions of the vehicles. And that is going to be happening at some point over the next couple of months. And over the course of this year, I will be re-adding the cars and having every single one of them on electric. Now, that does not mean that I'm asking you to drive electric. That does not mean in Nexus Scott we're going to have the biggest amount of electric vehicles. It just gives you the option to have an electric vehicle. We are sitting under QB Core, so we are sitting under a framework which members wanted for the purpose of food, drink, houses, buy cars, something that they can work towards, get paid for their work within QB Core. So we've gradually brought in QB Core because the members were overwhelmingly wanting a framework that they could do different jobs. They could make many different characters, so they didn't have to sit with the one character. So we've expanded on what the members have said, and we've made it so within Nexus Networks and Nexus Scott RPC, it's member driven. Like, we will try and give the members what they want, but it's not always possible. Nexus Scott is two developers doing a very, very hard job. And if anybody's ever tried to do development work in a server, you would know how difficult it is, how strenuous it is, how many hours it takes, how much that the server can break. If you do something, the server can mess up. So it is quite hard to do it, and it's one of the things that we try our best to maintain, to collaborate with people and try and find new vehicles as well. And it's not always possible to do that. And we do feel let down when we have to tell the members we can't source what they're looking for. But at the end of the day, it's where the money is. If there's no money in the business, there's no money in the business. And that's the thing. Like, it's a lot of money to be putting it into the business each month. I personally put in £400 a month into the business, and that pretty much pays for everything. So we've got a website, we have a phone line system, we have two virtual computer systems. We have pretty much most of the things that no other community has, and that's only so we could operate as a business. and that's the thing. Like, we have a virtual office that we pay for. Like, so £400 a month, and it doesn't sound like a great deal, but it goes a hell of a lot of way with the amount of stuff that we buy. And over the next couple of months, we're expanding that to almost 13 servers. So not only are you getting Nexus Scott RPC, the bus companies, you're also getting things like Minecraft, Satisfactory, Scum, what else? Farming Simulator 25 servers. What else? I can't even remember what other servers that we chose, but 13 brand new servers, gaming servers to keep you occupied. We've got ERS in, which is the new version of 5. We've got ERS in the current server at the moment, but that will be going to the new public server that will be opening. There's a new public 5M coming, but we don't know when. There's a lot of things coming that ordinarily we have to do. So pretty much the money that's been spent on this is obviously my own money. Money that I've gave to the business to help run it, but like we are pocketing most of the work. So like obviously none of us get paid from the business. None of us are on a salary. None of us want to take any money from the business. But yeah, I'm the only one putting money into the business each month to keep it running, and like the guys will get anyone that joins the Discord or joins Nexus Scott get access to 15, 16 servers for absolutely 0 pennies. We don't charge members for their time, effort, or commitments to anything, and that's the thing. Like I know there's games out, servers out there that are charging players like £5 just to play the game. We don't take any money off of anyone. It's completely free to the players. We cover the cost of everything, and if we do, like me personally, I've covered the cost now for 5 members, 3 members of staff, including myself, to get a mobile. So we've all got mobiles. The guys get a free landline, which they can call us on, part of the business. So yeah, there's lots of things that have changed, lots. But the thing is when we decided to do all this, we decided to be upfront, honest to people, show the commitments that we've changed, and show that obviously, like, we are looking for new members in Nexus Scott as well. We removed every inactive person that wasn't being active or wasn't really bothered about being in there. So yeah, we're starting afresh, a new year, new start, new beginnings, really, for everything. Like then at the end of the day, I would rather start again with some people, because I know that Nexus Networks, Nexus Scott made a lot of mistakes in the past, a lot of errors with the members, but like that was down to us being too blind and not really thinking about the impact that had on people and how that affected people when we want a business. And that's the thing. Like if we had just sat and listened, then maybe we would have been 40, 50, 60 members up now. But the thing is since we became a business, attitudes have changed. Attitudes have developed into what does the business, what does the members expect from us? Well, the members expect honesty, integrity, respect, impartiality, and accountability. That's what the members expect from the management team. And if we're not accountable, then sadly we're not a business. And now we've got now we've brought in a people and compliance director. Ow. My bottle just fell over. Yeah, we've got a people and compliance directorate. We've got new policies, new procedures, new everything, and we stick by them. And if we get them wrong, we get them wrong. At the end of the day, we get our knuckles wrapped for it, and we apologise. And that's the thing. Like, we didn't really have these policies in before. Now we're very, very careful about discrimination. We're now careful about transphobia. We now allow members to not air their opinions, but on a level that doesn't cause issues for anyone else. And I'm a great big supporter that if you've got an issue, speak out about it to the person. You might learn something. But the thing is we're there, we're listening, and we're taking feedback. And if a member feels uncomfortable, of course come to us. If you're in the Discord and somebody is being rude, or you feel like somebody's been transphobic, then point them to the discrimination policy. And if they still don't listen, then if we're not on, call us on the community number. There's always a person on call during the weekends, and tell us, and somebody will come on. But the thing is like, we have changed. I know a lot of people say that we haven't, and this is basically why I'm speaking out now about it, saying that we have learned, and we are dealing with it as collectively as a group, because a lot of people think that we're just. I know a lot of people have been saying to me that people are calling the community shite and crap and stuff like that. Half these people haven't been in the community, haven't even spent a day in the community, and they say they don't like it. We've got members that have been there now for going on 4 years. We started this in 2017, 5M, and it's been a long road coming, but at the end of the day, what can you do, really? What can you do apart from learn from your mistakes and get over them and enjoy what you've got, because 5M ain't going to last forever. Not in its current state. Let me just check something. Oh. I'm scrolling on my phone while I'm trying to thingy. I don't know if Alice is still here. I don't actually know if anybody's on from HR. Let me just check. No one's on from HR at the moment. Oh, Murray's actually on. Give me a minute, Alice, if you're still here. I'm going to phone Murray, see if he's free. Sorry, Alice. I'm just on Discord with Lumsden just now, so I've muted. it. Give me a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with you. Hello. Sorry, give me 1 minute, chat. We are going to be slightly late. He wants a tag, and I can't actually give him it because I don't have the permissions on this account. So let's hope the FMS can give him it, or I'm going to be shot. I'm going to be shot to pieces next time I'm in the patrol. Right. Right. Let's. If this doesn't work, don't shoot the messenger.
Right, I'm back.
If this doesn't work, don't blame me.
Well,
Did it even work? No, didn't work.
oh well.
I'll give it
I'll
to
just
you after. Eh?
I'll get you to maybe spawn in on patrol once and I'll just save it.
You can't, because you can't drive it without the tag.
Oh, right, well.
Like that's the problem. You need the tag to drive it, and it's on my other account because I don't have overall admin on this account because the Nexus Networks Discord's on my other account. So if I get banned on one, I don't lose it. So I don't. It's on the unaccountable gamer one because you know that I don't use it. I don't use that one as often. So, yeah, when I log into that one, I'll give it to you. But you can admire it from afar because it's in the are you in the server just now?
Not at the moment, no.
All right, I know because you still should have the Scottish modifications ID that gives you access to the building, and it's in the underground car park, so you can admire it and look at it, but you just can't drive. So, see if you go to the paint spray at Rockford, you know the building across the road. There's a car park on the corner where directly as you look at Rockford Hill Underground, you go down there and the management cars are still parked there. And you can look at it, you can admire it, but that's it. You can't actually drive it. But I'll get you the tag. When do you want it by? Tomorrow? Or are you going to be back at work by tomorrow and it'll be too late?
Nah, I'm off tomorrow, but I might be busy.
Nah, that's fine. I'll have it to you by the end of tonight because I'm only doing this route and I'm finishing. So you should. I thought you had the tag. I swear I gave it to you. Oh no, I took it off you because I was doing something, wasn't I? But yeah, I'll sort the I'll sort Alice out after. I don't know if she's still in the stream. I'll need to find out which department and stuff.
Police station called. So.
Just HQ. Oh, it's not in the spawn menu. The quickest way to get to it is go to the job centre.
Right.
And then just run around. But I think you'll be able to get access to it. But it has access from there to the. It has access there. From if you go in the underground in the headquarters, there's a door. If you go through the door, that actually takes you to the fire station, so you don't even need to leave the building to get to the fire station.
All right.
So it's
for all the BMW being the HQ car park then.
Yeah, as in from probably to tomorrow. Right. It's not there at the moment. No. It's still in the formal HQ across the road. So see if you're looking at Cancerous.
1 second,
the one with
the map, and I'll ask you.
Right. See the next. See if you look at the front of the building. The front of the hospital. Look at the hospital, but look left. See the building as you're looking at Rockford Plaza. It's that building on the square of the roundabout.
Alright.
Does that?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Where the custody, you need to park on like the front bit for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, if you go around where the front doors are, not the first entrance, but the second entrance that goes deeper down, you need to be in there. I think the Polescope logo, it's like separate on two bits. So it says only emergency vehicles, and then on one side it has the Polescope logo. That's that one. It's not the yellow car park. That's the blue car park.
All right.
And then if you go down there, all the management cars are parked in there.
Oh, I've got that. Nah. It just kicks me out instantly. It's just quite annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do as well is on all the police stations, we're putting directional spikes in it. So if they drive out the wrong way, their tires get blown up. We're forcing a one-way system across the whole of the server. Have you been to Legion yet?
No.
Oh, you might want to go to Legion. It's changed a lot. You're probably going to kill me.
Who's that?
Oh, wait until you see what I've done. You know how you think I'm a complete idiot and I do things just to annoy people? Yeah, wait until you see Legion Square.
I'll have a look at that next patrol because I've got to head off now. But I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, chat. Sorry, I was just speaking to Chief Special Inspector Lumsden there from Nexus Scott RPC. Right, we are running late, but we'll get things moving and grooving here on the channel. Alice, which department are we looking for? We've got many different departments currently open. Ambulance. Ambulance comes with female uniforms. We've got Police Scotland that comes with female uniforms. We've got the sort team that I still need to sort out the uniforms for females. It comes with a female and male variant. The fire brigade sadly still hasn't got their female uniforms, but coming soon to a uniform near you. And we've got British Transport Police that only has male uniforms because as British Transport Police and British Transport Police don't have any female uniforms. Yeah, precisely. Buses are always late. Certainly in the snow normally, when you're called Lothian Buses and you're 47 minutes late and broke the world speed records in being the latest bus. So yeah, as I was saying before to everyone when I was saying in-game logistic, probably police. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Is that Police Scotland or British Transport Police? Because the last time you were in, you were British Transport Police. Yes, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, Alice. If you're still on after I finish the route, I'll jump onto Discord. I'll have a chat with you. Is there any preference what rank you want to start at? Just asking. It's entirely up to you. You can start as a PC if you would like. We have everything up to Chief Superintendent at the moment. It's entirely up to you. We're just trying to offer ex-members the chance to ranks, because obviously they're trusted. So if there's any preference on ranks, we're asking everyone at the moment. We do have the bowler hats as well. I keep meaning to say this. Yes, we have the bowler hats. They've got all the rank insignias on up to DCC. So the females will look a lot more prettier. We're hoping at some point to get the actual Police Scotland bowler hats from Fire Buzzard, but unfortunately Fire Buzzard is much too busy. We've been waiting for 2 years for an order from them. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just one of the cases. We can't get the hats. We should have ordered them when we got the male hats, but again, at the time, money or strengths, it was during COVID. So yeah, it was a bit of a shame, but we are actively trying to get the Police Scotland bowler hats for our officers. Because I think they would look a lot smarter with that. That's one of the hopeful little things that we can do. But yeah, we are actively trying to find, continuing to work with Fire Buzzard to see if he is going to open up his applications again for these. We've asked for the last 2 years, and he's just saying another year. Sergeant in RPU, that should be fine. I will speak to the inspector, who was I was talking to, unfortunately. But yeah, he should be fine with that. Obviously, as you would remember, Mr. Lumsden, from your previous gracing up our floors, Mr. Lumsden is Special Inspector. He's the only inspector currently serving. He's part-time, but he should be happy with that for you to go into the traffic team. That shouldn't be a problem. The nice thing about being traffic, you get the use of two stations. You get one at the airport and one at the northern part of the map. Unfortunately, I have to say, Alice, unfortunately, we don't have any AAA batteries in the traffic. I wouldn't do that to a person, put AAA batteries in the traffic. Unfortunately, the electric vehicles have not yet came to traffic. I think the nice thing about traffic is not only can you be a traffic officer, but you can also be a collision investigation unit officer, because in National Roads Bike Unit. So when you're doing like road traffic, you can do all three, and that's the nice thing about it, because once you've been a road traffic officer, you can then go into firearms and dog section, and that's quite nice. Have I seen the new Skoda? Yes, I have. And quite frankly, it looks like a Skoda that looks very heavy. But we have got a version of the Skoda currently in the server, actually, in traffic. We've got a similar one. We've got, but I've also seen the other Skodas as well that Dog Section have now, and 999 Response have, and yeah, I would say I would like them, and I do honestly like a Skoda. I just don't see why Police Scotland went with Skodas because it's very out of the way for Police Scotland. You got Sealy to make the Polescott spec for you. Well, you've done better than me, Alice, because you've not made me anything, and I've been asking for months. You've got one better than me. I asked him to do the old Land Rover Discovery, and he's still not done it. So yeah, you've got one more vehicle than what I've got off him. But yeah, the thing is with the uniforms and stuff like that, as I've put out in the Discord, if anybody's in it, we want to do females. We want to expand into females. We want more females in the community. And now, I'm not one to shy away from females and say, well, actually, no, this is it. We don't want females in the community. But at the end of the day, I want my community will give equal rights to those that are female, and that's the thing. Like, I'm a man that I think that equal rights, the shared rights, if you're male, female, transgender, whatever you are, right? You are you, and we will respect that, and we will give people the chance to be in high ranks. Like, Mrs. Unaccountable Gamer, my wife, she is the deputy. She's the deputy chief, deputy chief constable in Nexus Scott RPC. She's a female, and we are giving equal rights to those that are female, because a lot of communities don't. And over the time that I've been in 5M, there's very few females operating in British planning that have got a rank over I think the highest female I've ever seen in rank is probably an inspector in London's calling. And I think that's wrong. I think that having the mixture, at one point we had about 4 or 5 females in Nexus, and four male officers. But the thing is like, I want to be exclusive and giving people equal chance to level up. Like, everyone goes on their merits, right? If I think a female's outstanding, right, I'll give it over a male. If I think a male's outstanding and warrants the promotion, then I will do it. Like, each and every person goes on their merits now, and I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying that. I'm being deadly serious. I will, the female members, right? They'll be one, respected, and two, made sure that the males give them equal respect, because there's a lot of stigma between male and females. We know that. If I hear a male in the community turn around and say a female they can't drive, I'll be the first one to stand up for them and go, well, maybe that you can't drive. And I have done that before when they've said it to my wife, oh, you can't drive. I'm like, maybe it's you that can't drive, and your bad driving is just reflecting on everyone else. But yeah, I'll stand up for them. I'll support them. I'll protect them. It's what I am as a person. I'll see no harm done to them. But yeah, we have a strict policy in Nexus Scott about discrimination, hate crime, transgender, transphobia, the law. We have all that in place. And this is only recently we brought these out. Since we operated as a business, basically. But yeah, we tell people they hold equal rights. But see, Alice, I would love to say I agree. I can drive a van in GTA perfectly fine, but when it comes to the very dodgy cars, I can't drive at all. I can't see myself driving a BMW 330D, but I can see myself very perfectly driving every single van in the server perfectly well. Like I've never lost my touch with driving the vans, the cell vans in GTA. I'm still as good back then and what as I am now. And that's the thing. I can't drive. I can drive in real life perfectly fine, but when it comes to GTA, I much prefer the vans. The vans is where I'm at. And that's the one thing that I will always say. I am shocked at driving police cars. But when it comes to the vans, I'm up your backside. I'm up your backside constantly. I'm there. I can drive information. I can drive in convoy, but I just can't get past the fact that I can drive a car in GTA. But these are the things. Like I'm not going to lie and say that it's I can drive everything, because I really can. But we have millions on millions of vehicles in the server. We have things like, I think, oh god, now what are we talking now? We've got the drones, we've got fires, we've got ERS. We've got an absolutely ton of vehicles, and to be honest, we're going to try and fill out most of the divisions at the moment, because I want, like, the one thing that I am going to do is, once we start getting more and more officers, I'm actually going to come out of the police more and more. And when there's enough officers, I'm going to cover ambulance, I'm going to cover SORT, I'm going to cover dog section, and I'm going to start moving around and coming away from the vans this year in the videos, because I drive a lot of vans. Like, everyone knows me, like Alice, like Joanne, everyone in the community knows I absolutely love my vans. And the thing is like, it gets a bit boring driving the vans and doing the same things on live streams and stuff like that. People put me in vans all the time, or I'll just go in a van, because that's what I'm best at, and that's where I'm best driving for. Like, I've done a pursuit in a Mercedes Sprinter 19 once with a blown tyre, and traffic were halfway across the other side of the city, right? And by the time that traffic came, I'd already blown my front my driver's side tyre, and I still managed to catch the guy and pursue him on foot with a blown tyre, and arrested him and put him in the cells. And that was all with a blown tyre. And I must have chased him for about a good 3 or 4 minutes with a tyre that was popped and on its rims. And I still managed to keep up with him. And that was in Vinewood. That was North Vinewood, just near the racetrack. No, near the golf course, actually, just in that little bit at the bottom there. And I still managed to get him, and that was one of the finest moments. I'll tell you that. That astounded everyone how I could still keep up with him. I don't think they could quite work out how I done it. Well, that's the thing. Like, end of the day, we have all these vehicles for a reason. Like, the vehicles come in and out of service. So you're not driving the same vehicle. Now we have a rule that not every 1 or 2 days are the same. Civs are having to change their characters every 6 months now, so it's not repeat and rinse. We're wanting to focus more about the day-to-day sides of the policing, all your little investigations, crashes, bumps, traffic related issues and stuff like that. So yeah, we're starting to get there, and I think for the traffic team alone, there's a lot of things that we ourselves need to bring, like as a management team. So we've got ANPR in the server. We've got speedos, speed guns in the server that road traffic and certain members of staff can use. We're going to have a new breathalyzer script coming in soon, where it's going to link to the QB core. So if they're drinking any alcohol in the server, so that means if they go to the shop and buy the alcohol, that'll directly affect the breathalyzer. So it will actually show that they've been drinking. So now they don't need to set it, they just need to drink the physical alcohol, which they buy from the stores, and it'll relay that information to the breathalyzer itself. So that'll be a lot easier for players to basically blow over the described limit of the breathalyzers if they're sitting physically drinking alcohol. Because at the moment, what they do is that you do the breathalyzer and then they have to go false or they have to go true. And I think that realistically, you're not going to sit there, and people will agree with me when I say this. You don't sit there when you're being breathalyzed by the police and go, yeah, the result's going to come back as 23 milligrams over. Like you have to consume the alcohol in order to blow the breathalyzer. And I think that's a trick that obviously us as Nexus Scott have been missing for a long time. Like, in this new alcohol script, well, the new breathalyzer script is going to help that. Just get pushed for that more realism when you are doing it, because like I'm all for realism. If I can bring realism to a virtual computer, I'll bring it. But I think to be honest, that I think people that have played 5M know that a lot of these realistic scripts, that's impossible. Like, you can, in Cubicore, you can buy houses. You can drive from your house to the police station. You can drive from your you're based back to your house. You can end at your house. Like I personally, I drive back to my house, and then I drive into the police station just to give that bit more realism. Not just because I'm a YouTuber, I'm a live streamer, I'm a public figure within the community, but I want to give that realistic view of what it's like to obviously go to work. Because technically, me going to work with Nexus Networks is me being in the living room, walking up the stairs, and going to my office. Even as a YouTuber and live streamer, I come to my office, which is in the same house as me, and I literally just walk up the stairs, and that's me in my office. Like, and it's a thing that obviously I strive to maintain. Like, people want to see me drive to the office. They want to see me drive to, and being that just that more realistic with what I'm doing. And yes, obviously it's annoying when you can. It's annoying because then the AIs are like, you have to get stuck behind red lights. You're late for work. You're late for briefing. End of the day, that's harsh reality working in real life. You're either late, you're early, or you've no made it on time. Like, and that's the thing. Like, realism is the key forward, and that's what obviously we're working towards when we ask members to just be that more realistic, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to bargain with. It's a lot to decide on. But driving Nexus Scott forward this year is going to be one of the biggest keys. Moving it forward as a group, taking on people's feedback, looking for the new integrated vehicles, getting more electric vehicles, more EUPs to support female members, and being outstanding community, because it's got all the hallmarks to be a good community. That we need to drive it forward and appeal it to other people. And that is what's going to happen this year. Collectively and together by the members. But the one thing I will say now is all feedback that is given is now directed to the People in Compliance Directorate. So if you give feedback on anything to do with Nexus Networks, Nexus Scott, any gaming servers that's fed back into the People in Compliance Directorate, and he will then look into it. So yeah, any feedback is now handed over, and then that goes to independent review by the People in Compliance Directorate now. And that is something this year we will be using. We now have given a policy holder. The policy holder deals with all the policies, creations, and implementations of policies across the servers. So there is no policies on the way out for both sides. But under that, under the People in Compliance Directorate policy holders, they are a serving member of Nexus Scott, a member of staff in Nexus Networks Group, but they are independent from any manager. So I don't control what he does. I tell him that we need a policy or a policy needs to be created. I will tell him the outset of the policy that I think that needs to be created. This is either through members' feedback or through myself or through himself. We will discuss it. We'll review it. we will decide together if we need that policy, and then the policy is then given the go-ahead. Sometimes that we leave policies with loopholes and air and leaks. That's so we can go back to it later and go and fill in the gaps. But yeah, as far as policy goes and the direction of people in compliance, that's all now independent. I'll make rule changes. They'll make policy changes. And that was the one thing that we discussed as a group. Like, yes, it's okay for me to make policies and rules, but then what I was forgetting, and I know that Alice is going to be eager to listen to this one, when I was making rules, I wasn't then realising about the affects the policy. And then it suddenly clicked on that one day that if I'm changing the rules, I'm not only tearing down the policy that we've gone to, but we've also made a mistake, because it's all very well having rules, but then when we're not putting it into practice and it's not written in policy, then what is the point of having rules without the policy to back it up? And I know she'll say something if she's still here. I know it. That it's only taken me about 5 years and now I've learned the blatant obvious or something. Or she'll say something like she's been telling me for years, but yeah, I've eventually realised my mistakes. That's if she's still here, but yeah. Certainly, rules need to be backed up by policies. Policies need to be backed up by rules as a shorter version. Members need to have their voices heard at all times. And to be honest, I think what do you mean this is all very confusing to you? But yeah, we have definitely 100% driven forward our responsibilities and commitments, because to be honest, I don't run the server. It's not me that affects. That's the people that are in the community that affects the most, and that's where we're going to now. Like, end of the day, without the people in the community and the members, there is no community. It's just me on my own, driving around, doing a police officer's job in a virtual game, like by myself with nobody to play with, and that's the thing. And that's where, like, we should have been 3 years ago in 2019. Like, members should be the ones to take the community forward. And to be honest, at that point, there was no vision. And I ain't gonna lie, there was no vision, no expectations, and we fell out with some pretty nice people over it. And that's just the thing. Like, we've had members come and go. And yeah, obviously, if we had listened to them, we might be in a different situation. But where I want to be at the end of this year, 20 members up. That's where I want to be at the end of this year. 20 members up. 20 members and a good management team. Because without the management team, it's not possible. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we are nearly done here on the OMSI 2 for another day. I will be doing a video on the new OMSI map. However, unfortunately, I am going to say now it's more likely to be criticism than an actual I like the map. Unfortunately, I think there's bits that need to be fixed. I think the map came out way too early, and I don't think that's worth the pain and agony of 2 hours of sitting there downloading over 30 files to put a map into a game. 30 dependencies to download a map on OMSI. I am not joking you. Like, so yes, there'll be highlights, there'll be criticism, and there will be me slightly ripping in to the creator of the map. Because I sat for 2 hours installing the dependencies for a single map. I'm not even joking you. And then not only that, I had to buy Hamburg Night and Day. That is it's Tantali. It's on web disk, Alice. It's on web disk. But yeah, I can't remember the map, but it's on web disk, and you have to read. You don't get all the dependencies. You have to read the README to get the dependencies. There's over 30 dependencies. Now, I know that Husky Military Gaming, many people you know as B. Stone, Deputy CEO and co-founder of Nexus Group. He has actually played the map. Unfortunately, when I tried to play the map, that was so good, I got stuck in the AI loading screen for 2 hours. That was that good, a map. I fairly enjoyed my run. It was the best map I'd ever played. Hence the sarcasm. I got stuck in the AI loading screen. I couldn't get out of it. But yeah, it's an independent map. It's based on Kent, rural Kent, I would say. But yeah, it's utterly shocking. From what I've heard about it and what I've seen of it, the route markers are missing. You get lost. There's no route markers, no OMSI nav to take you the right direction. You go around the mill, you take the wrong turns, you turn left, you turn right, and then you're lost. It's like an ideal shit. Yeah, basically, Alice. But yeah, oh yes, no, you're not. You're at. No, yeah. I see the thing, like sitting down driving and stuff like that. But the thing is like it all being it, right? Without bus drivers, you wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Like bus drivers, they're essential workers. They're key workers. They're everything of above. And during the COVID, right? I'm just surprised that any bus driver, who put their life on the line to drive a bus, like you have to take your hat off to them, because they kept the network running through some very difficult times. And I've not got a bad word to say about a bus driver. I think that what they've done, maintaining a service when the rest of the country was in turmoil. Don't feed your ego. I know. But yeah, I honestly, bus drivers, like, during the COVID, they kept things going, and I think they were grossly misrepresented. I think, to be honest, that they should have got more of a stand up in what they did. You're all clapping for the NHS, the ambulance service, the carers and stuff like that. The bus drivers are sitting there driving a bus, doing their day-to-day jobs, and what do they get? Well, thank you. Thank you for keeping the network open, even when the trains couldn't be borrowed. And I think that's just one of the things. Like, I think there should have been better things for bus drivers. And then, as again, for the 90th year running, for the 90th billionth year running, Lothian Buses that have won the National Operators of the Year. For the 90th billionth time running, they've won the National Award for the Best Operator. Like, who would have thought Lothian Buses, again, would have won the reward, eh? Anybody in the bloody bus industry would know that Lothian Buses would win their reward, because they always do. I don't know how Lothian Buses know how Lothian Buses win the Operator of the Year, like, every year. Like, they probably haven't won it for a couple of years, but cracking company, Lothian, are you joking? Try and go through their complaints process. It's a heap of cat. Try and get feedback on a bus driver that was arguing with some kids after he turned off his engine and squaring up to a 14-year-old. Lothian Buses don't care. Right, passengers, you're not getting on today, sorry. We have finished. I was too late to everything. I was late to the party. Just out of curiosity, right, I think there's going to be about 60 people standing here. Let's see. Let's see how many people are actually standing here. Right, let's go. So if you're wondering why I've got so many people standing here, I have actually got an increasement of passengers. So I have edited the file. Well, Husky edited the file for me, should I say. But I've got an edited file that gives me more passengers. So yeah, at various different stops, like Scunthorpe, around the corner at Newlands, and all about there. Gainsborough and other places like there'll be more passengers. So yeah, I have got an increasement of passengers. If you want the mod, you've got to join Virtual Lothian Buses. Once I've tested it and spoke to Husky, I will. Once I've tested it, I will release it to the drivers so they can download it. Again, it's not my responsibility if you're getting breaks. We're not responsible for that. Just back up your files. Back up the global config, and keep a backup if you need to go back. There was 53 standing there. That's more than you normally get. Right. That is sadly going to be the end. Thank you to everyone that's joined, everyone that's anticipated into this. Uh, I will be in the chat lounges on Discord at Nexus Networks if anybody wants to talk to me. I'll be there for the next hour or so. Just we're not open during the weekend, so if anybody is wanting to talk to me, I'll be there. I'm not working Monday, so you won't see me on Monday at all. But I will be back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week. So just bear that in mind. There won't be a live stream on Monday, but there will be a live stream possibly on Tuesday for your Nexus Scott RPC live stream. That dependent if we go back at the moment, as I said in the last stream, patrols are suspended due to CFX's error. People are getting kicked out the server and you can't re-authenticate yourself to the server. So we've suspended patrols today. That's why you've not had a Monday's patrol, and I'm not in on Monday, and I'm back on Tuesday. Because last week I worked 80 hours, so because we were short staffed and people were off sick at Nexus Network, so I had to work quite a bit of overtime. So I'm going to be taking that back. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, a very goodbye for now. And like I say, if you are wanting to join the Discord, links to that will be down below on YouTube and on Twitch, I hope. If not, it's www.nexusnetworks.org for the for the Discord link. If you are wanting to speak to us, then you can call us Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On our phone lines. All information can be found on our website, or it's info@nexusnetworks.org. You can email in or submit a ticket via the website through appeals. If you click on the appeals, go through to the appeals process, it will give you the various different departments. Right, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all again on Tuesday. But yeah, for everyone that's joined, thank you to Mrs. Unaccountable Gamer for being the moderator during the stream, and Alice for just anticipating in it. Thank you for now, and goodbye.